The Mecca shift. On August 7, 2026, history was quietly rewritten in the holy city of Mecca. Prime Minister Shehbaz Sharif, Saudi Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, and Turkish President Recep Tayyip Erdogan stepped up to sign a historic document, the Makkah Joint Defense Agreement. Most global media headlines covered the handshakes, the photo ops, and the venue. But mainstream headlines completely missed the actual strategic shockwave buried inside clause Article 51 alignment. An armed attack against any one state shall be regarded as an attack against them all. Is this the birth of a Muslim NATO? Is Pakistan extending its nuclear umbrella to the Persian Gulf? And why are military intelligence analysts in Tel Aviv, Washington, and Tehran analyzing this trilateral pact line by line? Today on FactDose Pakistan, I will unpack the classified strategic breakdown. I have analyzed the 5 exhaustive research reports from the Middle East Council on Global Affairs, the International Institute for Strategic Studies, Middle East Political and Economic Institute, Dawn, and the Times of Israel, to answer the $100 billion question. How does this pact alter regional trade, naval deterrence, and global geopolitics forever? Let's dive deep. The catalyst. Why now? To understand why this agreement was forged, we have to look at the massive strategic vacuum created across the Middle East and South Asia between 2025 and 2026. According to geopolitical analyst Ali Bakir and IISS researchers, 3 main catalysts triggered this alliance. First, the fading U.S. security umbrella. For decades, Gulf nations relied on Washington as an absolute security guarantor. But recent conflicts proved that American priorities are shifting toward China and the Asia-Pacific. When asymmetric drone strikes hit regional critical energy infrastructure and trade routes, the U.S. umbrella failed to provide real-time interception or absolute protection. Second, escalation of regional hegemony. The rapid escalation of the U.S.-Israel-Iran war, alongside Israel's proposed hexagon alliance linking Tel Aviv, Greece, Cyprus, and India, threatened to turn surrounding neutral nations into passive victims of external wars. And third, protecting modernization agendas. Countries like Saudi Arabia with Vision 2030, Turkey with its burgeoning aerospace sector, and Pakistan with its regional trade ambitions cannot afford continuous economic destabilization from foreign conflicts. No extra-regional superpower, neither the U.S. nor China, has the capacity or willingness to serve as a reliable local security police officer. The solution? Localized minilateralism, regional powers taking strategic ownership of their own backyard. The power triad: financial, industrial, and military. What makes the Makkah Joint Defense Agreement so potent is that it doesn't duplicate strengths. It connects 3 entirely complementary pillars of power. Pillar 1. Financial and energy leverage. Saudi Arabia brings massive economic capital, energy reserves, and central diplomatic influence across the Islamic and Arab world. Riyadh provides the financial engine to fund defense R&D, co-production, and coastal infrastructure. Pillar 2. Advanced defense industry and NATO expertise. Turkey contributes NATO standard military doctrine, advanced aerospace technology, world-class drone warfare systems, and heavy naval shipbuilding capabilities. Pillar 3. Hard combat experience and nuclear power. Pakistan brings a battle-hardened military apparatus, extensive operational combat experience, vast naval manpower, and South Asia's premier strategic deterrent. Together, this convergence creates a formula of capital, NATO-grade technology, and strategic depth to form absolute self-reliant deterrence. Naval deterrence and the Red Sea corridor. Let's talk about regional trade and naval deterrence, an aspect analyzed brilliantly by South Asian security analyst Mohammed in Dawn. Global trade relies on specific maritime choke points: the Strait of Hormuz, Bab el-Mandeb, and the Red Sea. Recent asymmetric drone attacks and piracy have turned these corridors into high-risk military zones. This pact builds a complementary naval matrix across all three nations. Pakistan provides deep-sea naval manpower, operational depth, and submarine expertise in the Arabian Sea to protect crucial energy routes. Turkey supplies advanced warship technology, like the Gem fleet, along with anti-drone naval systems to secure the Red Sea and Horn of Africa. Saudi Arabia contributes vast coastal infrastructure, staging bases, logistics hubs, and operational funding. By linking these naval forces into a trilateral maritime defense umbrella, the Makkah Pact creates a continuous security corridor from South Asia all the way to the Mediterranean. This guarantees that no regional proxy or non-state actor can hold international trade hostage without facing joint naval retaliation. Myths versus reality. What the pact is and is not. Whenever an agreement like this is signed, global media panics. Let's separate internet sensationalism from hard strategic reality, based on academic analysis by Professor Zafar Nawaz Jaspal and Dr. Ali Bakir. Myth number 1. It's a Sunni or Muslim NATO. Reality. It is not a Muslim NATO or an ideological crusade. NATO requires rigid, centralized, integrated command structures built over 70 years. The Makkah Agreement is a flexible, pragmatic, unilateral security framework rooted in national interests, defense co-development, and collective deterrence, not religious ideology. Myth number 2. Pakistan is handing out nuclear bombs. Reality. There is zero nuclear sharing or warhead transfer under this pact. What Pakistan provides is strategic ambiguity. By binding a nuclear-armed power into a mutual defense agreement, potential adversaries face psychological calculation risks. They must ask, if we push an invasion too far, could we trigger a response from a nuclear state? That ambiguity alone acts as a powerful deterrent. Myth number 3. It's an aggressive bloc to attack Iran or Israel. Reality. It is explicitly defensive and non-targeted. In fact, Pakistan and Saudi Arabia maintain active diplomatic channels with Tehran, while Turkey maintains complex regional balances. The pact acts as a diplomatic shield, encouraging regional mediation rather than reckless military escalation. Reaction from great powers and regional players. How is the world reacting to this new Makkah Pact? Israel. According to Israeli think tank reports, Tel Aviv views the agreement with deep concern. It halts U.S. attempts to force regional integration solely on Western terms and creates a formidable military deterrent along key trade corridors. Iran. Tehran's official response has been surprisingly pragmatic. Iran publicly welcomes regional security arrangements that exclude Western intervention, though Iranian planners quietly worry about strategic encirclement along their borders. The United States. Washington views it through a double-edged lens. On one hand, it aligns with American calls for regional allies to shoulder their own defense burdens. On the other hand, it reduces Middle Eastern reliance on American foreign policy demands. And Egypt. Cairo cautiously sat out of the initial signing to safeguard its U.S. military aid and avoid foreign entrapment, but remains part of the consultative framework alongside Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Türkiye. Conclusion and community engagement. The Makkah Joint Defense Agreement is not about starting a war. It is about preventing one. By merging Saudi capital, Turkish military technology, and Pakistani strategic deterrence, these three nations have built a safety net with no strings attached. They have sent a clear message to the world. The era of relying on outside powers to protect the region is over. The future belongs to localized self-reliance. Which country do you think will feel the biggest geopolitical impact from this pact? Israel, Iran, the United States, or India? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and let's start a discussion. If you found this breakdown insightful, give this video a thumbs up, share it with fellow geopolitics enthusiasts, and don't forget to subscribe to FactDose Pakistan for more strategic intelligence. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next analysis.